Hey, 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Random street makeout. Hey, this is M from the 33 Secrets, and I just want to crack into this quick video to answer a question that I got from a student of mine that sent me an email, and he basically said that he tried to duplicate what I did in one of my videos here on my channel, where I did a 60-second kiss close at the Saddle Ranch in Hollywood. And that's actually one of my most popular videos for some reason. I've actually done kiss closes within less than 3 seconds, so you can often just grab girls off the street and just pull them towards you, and if you're feeling your power as a man, if you're feeling that masculine polarity that day, she will be responsive to that, and you can often kiss her within seconds, okay? And it's really not as hard as you think it is. It just becomes hard in your head. A lot of guys who are new at this will try to do it as a routine, where they'll be like, okay, now I will try and grab her, you know, and because you're coming across as a little try-hard, the girl kind of senses that, you know, you're not really feeling in your power as a man, and she rejects you, or she kind of backs away like that, right? How many times have you got one of those where the girl's like, here, right as you're about to kiss her? So the student of mine sent an email. He was really kind of perturbed that it didn't work. He said, I went exactly to the Saddle Ranch that you went to in Hollywood, you know, which you say is the Mecca of pickup, which, yeah, it was actually the Mecca of pickup, especially back in the day, you know, back in the old Mystery Method days, where they had VH1, the pickup artist. And I was actually gaming there a few times with Matador. He was actually Mystery's main wingman. Gamed with him at Saddle Ranch, and we did pretty well that night. So, in any case, so the student of mine, he goes to the Saddle Ranch. He even wore the same kind of jacket that I did. I didn't even remember what I was wearing in that video, but apparently he did. He said you were wearing a black leather jacket, so he went out and got a black leather jacket just like me, went to the Saddle Ranch, tried to do exactly what I did, and it didn't work, right? And he was perturbed because he was like, hey man, I did exactly what you did in this video, I did exactly what you said to do, why didn't it work? So, before I answer the question of why it didn't work, let me ask you, my subscriber, my student, why do you think it didn't work? I mean, after all, he watched the video, he saw me do it, he did exactly what I did. He went out, got a jacket just like mine, black leather jacket, walked in there, said the same things to the girl, and it didn't work. So why? Why didn't it work? I'm about to answer. Let me tell you why it didn't work. Anybody who's been doing approaches long enough, who's been doing pickup long enough, let me ask you this. What is the number one biggest secret to approaching girls and picking them up successfully? What is the number one secret? What is the number one trait that you must have when you're doing these approaches, when you're doing pickup? What's the number one trait? And I actually gave this away on my YouTube channel, so I'm kind of shocked that he didn't see that video, because I actually did a whole video on the number one trait you need to pick up hot girls in venues. The number one trait is congruence, right? It is congruence. And if you are not congruent, guess what? It's going to come off as creepy to the girls that you're approaching. It's going to come off as try-hard. It's going to come off as insincere and disgenuine, right? You cannot go there, I mean, you cannot go into a venue trying to be me. And just like I can't go into a venue trying to be you. You have to be yourself. Because being yourself is what allows you to be congruent in the first place. It's kind of like if, and there were actually studies done on this, if you were to try to ask me what my name is, and I said, well, my name is, say I made up a name, and I'm like, well, my name is Rick. My name's Rick. I wouldn't be able to be congruent with that because I know that my name isn't Rick. My name's Matt. Okay, so I'm not able to walk up to girls and be like, hey, my name's Rick. You know, unless I'm having fun, I'm just teasing her. But when I walk up to the girl, I'm like, hey, my name's Matt. What's yours? Even me just doing this for this video, you could tell it's a lot more confident, a lot more centered in my power as a man. I'm not flinching. I don't have any doubts in my head that my name isn't Matt, because that is my name. So I'm able to go into set and be like, hey, my name's Matt. And I'm able to stay congruent. And because I'm congruent in my approach, it comes off as genuine, as sincere, right? And the girl feels like, oh, this guy is authentic. He's real. He's not like trying to get something from me. And so this student of mine who sent the email, and he said, hey, I went to Saddle Ranch exactly where you went in Hollywood, and I wore the same kind of leather jacket, and it didn't work. Well, there's your answer why it didn't work, okay? Because you cannot walk into a place trying to be somebody else. You can't walk in there trying to be me. You have to be you, okay? You have to be you, and you have to be comfortable with yourself, and you have to be comfortable in your own skin. And when you're able to do that, and you walk up to a stunner, a super hot girl, she will feel that vibe emanating off of you. She will feel that authenticity about you. And guess what? She will become attracted to you, okay? Oh, and just to finish up on congruence, you know, like I said, I've done a whole video on it here on my channel. Not to mention, if he actually owned he tried to approach some girls and he went, hey, you. Basically what I do a lot. I'm like, hey, you. And he was like, I did that. I did exactly what you said. And it didn't work. Why? Why didn't it work? If you are approaching girls and you're trying to do things as a technique, which basically is what he was trying to do, even just based off of his email, I could tell he kind of went out there and he just wanted to test my ideas, okay? The ideas work. So this guy, he walks up, student walks up, and he's like, hey, you, to the girls, and they were just not unresponsive. They were like, yeah. So when you're walking up to the girl and you're going, hey, you, and it doesn't work, and you're trying to do it as a technique to try to get a reaction out of her, what mistake are you making there? And you guys who are in my 7 months of mastery, you should know this. What mistake are you making when you walk up to the girl and you try to do as I do, and I'm like, hey, you, why doesn't it work for you? Okay, what mistake are you making? What mistake is he making? Okay, before I give you the answer. Alright, so the answer is, the mistake that he's making when he's going out there and he's trying to do things as a technique, like, hey, you, why isn't it working? Why isn't it working? I saw him do it, it works. How come it doesn't work for me? Thing is, when you're going out there and trying to do things as a technique, you're making a fundamental mistake in pickup called attaching yourself to the outcome. So you are failing to free yourself from the outcome because you're basically walking up to the girl and you're going, hey, you, and you're expecting her to react rather than just feeling good in your own body and going, hey, you. And see how I just did that? I just felt like doing it, and I did it like that. And because I'm not trying to get anything from the girl, she becomes attracted to that. Because women are attracted, you know, especially hot women, they're attracted to guys. They're wildly attracted to guys who don't want anything from them. It's crazy. Guys who just can walk up to them and offer pure value. Guys who, like I said, are not attached to the outcome. Because when you're attached to the outcome, guess what that means? It means you have an agenda, right? You have an agenda, and there's nothing more creepy to hot girls than a guy with an agenda. A guy walking out there and going, let me try my technique. Let's see if this technique works. I know it's going to work because I saw M do it. It's going to work. So the first mistake he made was not being congruent. The second mistake he made was not being free from outcome. And there's a third part to his email that he asked me, And he mentioned another video that I put up on my YouTube channel talking about Starbucks. And he was like, hey man, also I tried the Starbucks thing. He said he went to Starbucks looking for targets there. Based off what he said in his email, he did a few approaches, and the girls were in a hurry, right? So the girls, they didn't want to sit and talk to him, and they were just like, hey, I'm in a hurry, I gotta go. And he's like, you know, these girls at Starbucks you told me to go to, they're all in a hurry. Well, duh, they're just going in there to get coffee. I said this in the video itself. They're just going in there to get coffee and leave and go about their day, okay? You cannot expect some hot girl to sit there and push aside her day to let you work game on her. It's just not going to happen. It is really, really your responsibility, not only as a gamer, but as a man, to take that girl and lead. You know, do you think girls I approach, like, they're just like sitting around and they have all day to talk to me? No, 90% of the girls I approach are in a hurry. They're going somewhere, especially during the daytime. They're like, oh, sorry, no, I have an appointment I have to get to, sorry. Do I just like turn my back and go, oh, this doesn't work? Do I take my ball and go home? No, I want that girl in my life, and I know the only way that I'm gonna get that girl in my life is if I go for it, is if I put myself on the line. Okay, I'm not sitting there thinking, man, what if she rejects me? Oh, my ego, I don't want to be feeling bad about myself today. I'm not thinking that at all. I'm thinking, I want this girl in my life. She's hot. I feel a connection with her, and I know she's in a hurry, but if she gives me a chance, I know she's going to want to get to know me. That's what's going through my head. I'm playing to win. I'm not playing to lose, and I go after that girl, and I start walking with her, and I'm like, where are you going anyway? Why are you in such a hurry? Here, I'll walk with you. I'm going this way too. She'll be like, okay. I'm like, okay, what's your name? And then we'll shake hands real quick. And I'm like, okay, so you're going this way? What else do you got going on today? Well, I've got that, and then probably just go shopping. Okay, cool. Where are you going to go shopping at? Well, let's meet up later. I know you're in a hurry. Why don't you give me your number? Here. Put your number in my phone. I know you're in a hurry. I don't want to keep you. I got to meet some friends too. False time constraint. I got to meet some friends too. So here, put your number in my phone. She puts her number in my phone. And then I continue to walk with her. I don't just bounce. I keep walking with her. Now I know I got her number. I don't just take off like most chumps. I keep walking with her. I keep building comfort with her, building rapport, so she feels comfortable with me, so she feels like she's getting to know me. That way when I text her after her appointment, she's not going to be like, I'm just going to ignore this guy. I don't know him. Who is this guy? He just walked up to me on the street. She's not going to do that. Instead, she's going to be like, oh yeah, he was actually cool. He was telling me a funny story. We joked. We have the same music in common. We both like this movie. I'll return the text. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to this mall. Can you meet me? Right? It's that simple, guys. It's that simple. But so many guys throw in the towel so early, they don't even give themselves a chance to win. They don't even give themselves a chance to get this girl. It's like they don't even believe in themselves enough to place the bet on themselves. They're sitting there and they're waiting for the girl to be nice to them or put them on the stage. And if you're sitting there waiting for the girl to be nice to you and put you on the stage and just forget about what she has to do that day so she can sit there and talk to you, you're delusional. It's not going to happen. Especially with a hot girl, man. Not going to happen. You want a hot girl, you have to work for it. Just like in business. You want to make $1 million? Guess what? It's not going to happen unless you work for it. So when these girls are like, hey, I'm in a hurry, I'm so used to that response. And if you do enough approaches, you'll get used to that too. I guarantee it. If you don't quit like most newbies, if you don't quit after like 2 approaches, like, oh my God, I got ruined. She rejected me. She told me she didn't like my shoes, you know, and you quit pickup and then you go, you're like, yeah, pickup is a scam. It's a scam, PUA scam. You're never going to make it. You have to go through enough approaches till you get to the point where you feel comfortable, you're okay with rejection, it doesn't bother you, it doesn't faze you, and when you see a hot girl, you're not even going to be thinking of rejection, and even when she tells you, like, hey, I gotta go, I'm sorry, I gotta go, you'll be like, that's fine, cool, and you'll start walking with her, right? And that's something I teach my students is don't just leave, walk with the girl. She's in a hurry, go with her. She's walking to her car, walk her to her car, be a gentleman. She's going to get Starbucks, go with her. Offer to buy her some coffee if you need to, right? If she's going to sit there and have a conversation with you, get her some coffee. It's like $2, big deal. Okay, I've never I'm not advocating buying girls free drinks in bars and clubs. So let's get that straight. I don't want to end up like, oh, he said it's okay to buy girls free drinks. I'm not saying that. In bars and clubs, do not do that. Okay? I've never, ever, ever in my entire dating career ever bought a girl a free drink that I just met at the bar or club. Okay? Afterwards, after we danced together for a while and after we got to know each other, yeah, sure, that's fine. And I often will not just buy her drink, but I will get her to buy me one too, just to let her know, hey, I value myself, you're not gonna freaking take advantage of me, and because you value yourself, she will value you too. But getting back to his last part of his question about Starbucks and, hey, these girls are all in a hurry, yes, it's called the game, right? It's called the game for a reason. Of course they're in a hurry. Most people these days are. It's very rare you find some hot girl just sitting on a park bench like this, just kind of like sitting there going, yeah, I got nothing to do. I wish some pickup artists would come here and keep me company. It's very rare that's going to happen, okay? Does it happen from time to time? Are you going to have those little gimmies every now and then? Of course you are, right? If you do enough approaches, you don't quit early like a lot of these chumps, a lot of these quitters who like do pickup for like less than a week and then they're like, oh, it doesn't work, it's a scam. They jump on like the POA scam sites and like, he's a scam, he's a scam, he's a scam, he's a scam, because it doesn't work. Hey, if that's all you're going to do, just quit now. But if you want to go deep in the rabbit hole with me, I will take you deep in the rabbit hole and I will teach you what I know. I'll show you what I know. And guess what? You will become successful with approaching girls too. You will be a cold approach pickup master where you can approach girls and it's not a big deal to you. And if she rejects you for any reason, so what? It's not a big deal because you'll realize that it's just one girl, okay? But for guys who are in scarcity, especially newbies who are just starting out, guys who are in that scarcity mindset, you know, they don't have an abundance of dating options. I understand it's hard. I've been there too, okay? And I've even had slumps in the past where I didn't have a whole lot of dating options, especially when I was first starting out. And the rejections would hurt because I'm like, what if there's not another one? But again, after you've done enough approaches, you'll be like, there are so many targets. There's no way I'm going to get to even 0.00001% of them in my lifetime. There's no way. They're just going to keep on coming. They're just going to keep on coming and the rejections won't bother you. You'll be like, okay, maybe she's having a bad day. Ooh, there goes another hot girl. Let me go talk to her now. Maybe she'll be nicer, right? And guess what? That girl will probably be in a hurry too, and you'll probably have to do the same thing. You'll have to like push the settle a little bit. You'll just have to push it as far as you can. You'll have to walk with her. You'll have to tease her, you know, maybe nag her a little bit, depending on how hot she is. So I believe I answered all three parts of his email. It's a little bit of a longer video than I normally make, but I wanted to make sure I answered his entire diatribe that he emailed us. Of his sticking points. So I wanted to make sure that I addressed all three of his sticking points that he wrote about in his email and asked me to help clarify. And if you have any of your own sticking points, I would love to know what they are. I don't know if I'll do an actual entire video on it unless it's something that a lot of guys are asking me. But whatever sticking points you have, go ahead and put them down in the comment section below. If it's something that, like I said, a lot of guys are having issues with, I'll do a video on it. All right, so I'm going to wrap up here, but I did want to answer this guy's email, and I hope you got value out of it. If you're still not convinced, you need to sign up for my coaching program. You should probably get on it, especially if you really, really want to learn this stuff. And yes, I am plugging it this time. Plugging my program. Oh my gosh, it's